Every artist has a comfort zone, the one thing you can draw with your eyes closed. It feels great, right? But is it making you better or holding you back? I want you to think about the last 5 or 10 sketches you've done. Were they different from each other, or did they fall into the same familiar rhythm? Look, I get it. I have a comfort zone too. For me, it's comic book style characters, bold lines, action poses, pretty girls, that kind of thing. I can draw them all day, no problem. But here's the thing. At some point, I noticed I was avoiding certain things. Backgrounds? Too complicated. Animals? Nah, not my thing. Unique lighting? Maybe next time. And that's when it hit me. Was my comfort zone actually making me worse? That's what we're going to talk about today. The good and the bad of comfort zones. How to know if yours is helping or hurting. And some tips to break out of artistic autopilot while still enjoying what you love to draw. So, what exactly is a comfort zone? For an artist, your comfort zone is a collection of styles, subjects, tools, or techniques that feel effortless. It's what you reach for when you don't want to struggle. For some people, it's always drawing the same kind of character: anime girls, mechs, or superheroes. For others, it's a specific medium. Maybe you love sketching but avoid color. Or maybe you've got the same lighting setup in every piece. Soft lighting from the front, no crazy shadows, nothing experimental. And you know what? That's completely normal. Everyone has a comfort zone. It's actually part of how we build confidence as artists. The more we repeat something, the better we get at it. That's why you can draw your favorite subject faster and with more detail than something unfamiliar. It's kind of like muscle memory. But here's where things get tricky. The more we stay inside the comfort zone, the more it starts to define us. And that's not always in a good way. Okay, hey, I just want to do a quick side note. Everything that you see here, the brushes that I'm using are my new custom Infinite Painter brushes. These are brushes I've worked on for the last 2 months, and I'm happy to say I finally published them on Etsy. So if you like the quality of some of the pencil brushes or the ink brushes in my past videos, go ahead and check out the link in the description below. A purchase helps supports this channel, so thanks in advance. All right. Let's get back to it. Okay, before we talk about the downside, let's give comfort zones the credit they deserve. They're not all bad, far from it. Here are a couple of things that I see as positive benefits with comfort zones. Number one, comfort zones build consistency and confidence. If you've ever heard someone say, "You have such a unique style," that's probably because of your comfort zone. By drawing similar things over and over, you refine your technique and your personal style starts to emerge. Number two, comfort zones make enjoyable art. Let's be real. Sometimes art is just about having fun. If sketching your favorite character or doodling your go-to designs make you feel good, then that's a huge win. Not everything has to be a challenge. Number three, they make you more efficient. When you know your strengths, you work faster and smarter. That's why professional artists often specialize. If you're a concept artist who designs creatures all day, you get really good at creatures. And then number four is comfort zones can become your niche. Some of the greatest artists built their careers by leaning into what they love most. Think of artists who specialize in cyberpunk, fantasy, or horror. Some of them stay inside their lane and make a name for themselves. So, there's a lot of value in having a comfort zone. But here's the problem. What happens when you never step out of it? All right. Now it's time to talk about when comfort becomes a crutch. For all the good that comes with comfort zone, there's a dark side. And I've seen it myself in tons of other artists and as well in myself. If you only ever draw what's easy, you can never improve. It's like a video game. You level up by facing harder challenges. If you stick to the same enemy over and over, you're never going to become stronger. And yes, that kind of seems like I'm talking about this in Dragon Ball terms, but it's true. Art starts to feel repetitive. If you ever looked at your work and thought, why does everything I look at looks the same? That's because the comfort zone effect is coming into play. It's like eating your favorite food every day. It's great at first until you're sick of it. Next is the fear of experimentation, and this is a big one. The longer you stay in your comfort zone, the more you start telling yourself, I can't draw that, or that's not my style, or I wouldn't be good at that. But here's the truth. You can draw anything. It's really just a matter of time and practice and what you're willing to dedicate yourself to. So the fear of experimentation is definitely what prevents you from growing as an artist. Okay, so how do you break out of comfort zone without losing your love for art? Here are a few things that can help. Number one, use your comfort zone as a foundation, not a cage. Your strengths are valued, but add to them. If you're great at drawing characters, start experimenting with poses, angles, or lighting. Number two, introduce small risks. Instead of trying to change everything at once, add one new challenge per drawing. If you never do backgrounds, add a simple one. If you avoid complex lighting, try a single strong source of light. Number three, schedule exploration time. Set aside 1 day a week for something new. No pressure. You're not trying to have a finished piece out of this session. You're just playing around. Try a new brush, try drawing a different subject, or try to emulate a completely different art style. This time is meant for experimentation. So try to reduce your expectations for this session and really just focus on the task at hand. Number four, shift your mindset. Instead of thinking, I can't draw that, start saying, I haven't drawn that yet. The more you try, the more your comfort zone expands. All right, so now I want to hear from you. What's the one thing you avoid drawing? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. And if this video helped you out, hit that like and subscribe button for more content about growing as an artist. Until next time, keep drawing.